Alright, let's talk cybersecurity. You know, that thing you ignore until your computer starts acting like it's possessed by a dial-up modem from 1997. Suddenly, you're Googling how to remove a virus and praying you haven't just flushed your entire digital life down the drain. We live in a world where our lives are increasingly online. Our bank accounts, our personal information, our cat videos, it's all out there floating in the ether, ripe for the taking. And the bad guys, they're like raccoons in a dumpster fire, opportunistic, relentless, and probably wearing tiny little hoodies. But here's the thing. Cybersecurity doesn't have to be terrifying. It's not about becoming a tech wizard or memorizing lines of code. It's about understanding the basics, ditching the myths, and adopting some simple habits that can make a world of difference. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to debunk some cybersecurity myths and give you the real deal on how to stay safe online.
Oh, honey, bless your heart. You think you're not important enough to be hacked? Let me tell you something. In the eyes of a hacker, you're not a person, you're a data piñata.
Think about it. Your social media accounts, your email, your online shopping history, it's all valuable information that can be used for identity theft, phishing scams, or just plain old-fashioned mischief.
Here's a fun fact. Hackers often target individuals not because they're particularly interesting, but because they're the weakest link. They're counting on you to have weak passwords, fall for phishing scams, or leave your computer unlocked in a Starbucks while you queue for a $12 latte.
So no matter how mundane you think your online life is, trust me, you're a target. But don't worry, we'll get to the how to not be an easy target part soon.
Okay, this one is partially true. Public Wi-Fi, like that found in your local coffee shop or airport, can be risky. It's like using a public restroom. You never know what kind of germs or hackers you might encounter.
But here's the thing, it's not all doom and gloom. Using public Wi-Fi is often unavoidable, and there are ways to mitigate the risks.
Think of it this way. Public Wi-Fi is like a public toilet with a bowl of free candy sitting on the back of the toilet tank. Sure, it's tempting, but you're not going to grab a handful without taking some precautions first, right? You'd wash your hands, maybe sanitize the candy wrapper, and definitely avoid the ones that look a little off.
The same goes for public Wi-Fi. Use a VPN, be wary of suspicious links, and avoid accessing sensitive information like your bank account. And for the love of all that is holy, enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Oh, you sweet summer child. You think your ability to spot a suspicious email means you're immune to cyber threats? That's adorable. Mythbuster, look, antivirus software is like wearing a helmet when you ride a bike. Sure, you might be able to stay upright without it, but if you hit a bump and go flying over the handlebars, you'll be glad you had that extra layer of protection. The truth is, hackers are constantly coming up with new and creative ways to infiltrate your devices. They're like the digital equivalent of cockroaches. They adapt, they evolve, and they're really good at getting into places they don't belong. Mythbuster antivirus software helps to keep those pesky digital roaches at bay by detecting and blocking known threats, as well as alerting you to suspicious activity. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a crucial layer of defense in the fight against cybercrime. Now I know what you're thinking, John. You're a delightful and informative host, but you're not exactly a cybersecurity expert. And you'd be right. That's why I brought in the big guns, actual cybersecurity professionals who eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
According to Eva Galperin, Director of Cybersecurity at the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the biggest misconception about cybersecurity is that it's too complicated for the average person to understand. She emphasizes the importance of strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and being cautious about phishing scams. Bruce Schneier, a renowned security technologist and author, adds, "Security is a process, not a product." He stresses the need for continuous learning and adaptation in the face of evolving cyber threats.
So you see, even the experts agree. Cybersecurity isn't rocket science. It's about taking simple but effective steps to protect yourself online. Alright, enough with the doom and gloom. Let's talk about what you can actually do to improve your online security. Don't worry, it's not as scary or as boring as it sounds.
1. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. And no, password 123 doesn't count. Think of it like your underwear. You wouldn't wear the same pair for a week, would you? Please say no. 2. Enable it on every account that offers it. It's like having a bodyguard for your data. 3. Phishing scams are everywhere. If you get an email or message that seems fishy, don't click on any links. When in doubt, go directly to the source. 4. Updates may be annoying, but they often contain important security patches. Think of them like software vaccines. They might sting a little, but they'll protect you from getting digitally sick. 5. This one's important. Back up your important files regularly, either to an external hard drive or a cloud storage service. That way, if disaster strikes or you spill coffee on your laptop again, you won't lose everything.
So, there you have it. Cybersecurity myths debunked and practical tips to keep you safe online. Remember, cybersecurity isn't about living in fear, it's about being aware of the risks and taking steps to mitigate them.
Think of it like this. You wouldn't walk around a dark alley at night with a $100 bill hanging out of your pocket, would you? Okay, maybe some of you would, but you get the point.
By adopting some simple habits and staying informed, you can navigate the digital world with confidence. And if all else fails, just remember, the internet is a series of tubes, and sometimes those tubes get clogged with bad stuff. But with a little bit of effort, we can keep the digital sewage flowing in the right direction. Stay safe out there, folks.